Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aisha, and if this is your first time stopping by, please subscribe. So I'm actually excited because we are doing a chit chat get ready with me today, and I feel like I haven't done one of these in a long time. I've just been making vlogs. Like, I've been putting vlogs out, just showing you random things that I'm doing, travel vlogs of course, but I'm not really sitting down and just talking, and I feel like that's a great way for you all to get to know me. Sometimes I feel like I'm just talking at the camera, but I don't really know who's watching, so I love making these kind of videos because hopefully it feels like we can connect, you know? Just so it feels like I'm not this random person that you're watching videos of every week. Like, hopefully you can get to know me a little bit more through these kind of videos. And I definitely have gotten a lot of new subscribers over this summer, so yeah, I think this is gonna be really fun. And I asked my Instagram to ask me any questions or topics that they want me to talk about. It's exactly what you all wanted to know, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. So I'm actually getting ready right now to head to a Nigerian Independence Day party, which I never go to those. Like, me, once the summer ends, I'm done with parties. Like, I don't even like to party for the most part. So if it's not summer and I'm going to a party, that's very rare, unless I'm in Ghana for like Desi December or something. But I don't really go to parties after the summertime. So I always miss Nigerian Independence Day, and I said, you know what, this year I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get out of my house. I'm always watching everyone on my stories having the best time that weekend. This year we're leaving the house. So right now I'm gonna get ready and literally just be answering questions while I get ready. I'm already kind of running late, not that late, but the party's in Brooklyn, of course, and Brooklyn is truly a trek. Like, oh my goodness, I hate that it's so far because going to any event feels like a whole trek, but yeah, we're gonna suck it up and go. So I'm not even gonna talk too much because I really want to get through all the questions without this video being super long, and I'm gonna put all the products on the screen just so I don't have to stop and explain all of them. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, I'm literally pulling up Instagram. I think I asked this like 2 days ago. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into the questions. Okay, so the first question is, how has life been? Anything exciting? How has life been? How has life been? I don't even know. I mean, honestly, I feel like, thank you God, like I always gotta say thank you God, but I feel like life is going really well right now. And when I say that, I mean there's just like, there's so many things to be thankful for. There's so many blessings surrounding me right now, and I just don't really have anything to complain about. So I guess going into relationships first, because I feel like everyone's always asking me, like my friends, people that I don't see all the time, they're like, are you dating anyone? Like, what's going on with you? And the answer to that is, I would say this year, wait, let me actually remember that I have to do my makeup. I would say this year I've been a lot more intentional with dating. I think before I wasn't really that focused on it. It was more like, oh, if it comes, it comes. My mind was just elsewhere. It was like, you know, trying to get further in my career. I have my friendships that I love, family. Like, there were just so many things that I've been prioritizing. Even this YouTube channel, like making content every week can definitely be very overwhelming. So I feel like I put dating on the back burner. And then this year I just actually was like, you know what, maybe I should put more effort into it, because I know it's, you know, sometimes we have this perception that things are just gonna come to us, and that's sometimes the case, but sometimes you also do have to like go out and try and look for things, and hopefully you find what you're looking for. So I was like, you know what, I'm actually gonna date this year, and let me tell you, trenches. Like, it's actually the trenches out here. It is so bad. Like, this dating scene is awful. Like, if you have someone, I'm telling you, please just stick to it, because it is really hard out here. I'm just like, am I asking for that much? And I don't even think I am. I'm really not even asking for a lot. I'm someone who's very independent. I've always been someone who just really enjoys my own company, all those things. So when it comes to dating, I'm always looking for someone who could maybe add value or just add something to my life. So the fact that I've been trying, and it's just like, it is so bad. Even the guys who seem decent, you're like, oh my gosh, I finally met someone who like I vibe with, or blah blah blah, like, oh, maybe this was worth the wait. So they're all bad. Like, they're literally all bad, and I'm just, I feel like I've given up. Well, I wouldn't say I've given up. I'm still open to it, but I'm also not actively looking. I'm kind of going back to what I was doing before, where I'm just like, I'm chilling. Like, I've tried the online dating. I've even met people through mutual friends or fam. Like, I've put myself out there. So now I'm at the point where it's like, if it comes, amazing, I welcome it. If it doesn't, I'm gonna just pour into other parts of my life, because I definitely don't believe in forcing anything, and I don't believe in settling. And I'm one of those people, maybe I'm just like a romantic. I've always had the perception of love being this fairy tale romance, which I know is not the case always, but also like I feel like it's okay to hold on to these kind of hopes or beliefs. And when I say fairy tale romance, I just mean someone who I actually want to be with, someone I'm excited to be with, someone who just adds a sparkle to my life. Like that's the way I like to think about it. Someone who's as adventurous as I am. Like I love to travel. Someone who likes trying new restaurants. Like that's what I mean when I say like I'm just looking for someone that matches my energy, you know. So in the meantime, I'm not gonna settle because I just don't see the point. I'm still young, and there's really, even if I wasn't young, I don't believe in ever settling, because I truly believe, like I 100% believe there is someone out there for everyone. You'll meet a couple who match on the weirdest thing, the thing that it's like, how did you even meet? How did you have that in common? But they literally found each other. So I'm definitely that person who's a hopeless romantic, believes in the fairy tale. I just know there's people out there. But yeah, I would say 2024 dating, I have some stories, let me tell you. It has been a lot, but yeah, we're not even this video will be too long. So I guess one phrase I would describe my dating life right now is just going with the flow. Like whatever comes to me, comes to me. What else has been exciting? I will say career. Oh my gosh, I keep breaking this pencil. Other exciting stuff. So I started a new job a few months ago. I think I made a video when I had first started, and I actually love this job. Like I walked in thinking I would like it just based on the description, but you honestly never know. Like you don't know what kind of team you're gonna get. You don't know what the company culture is gonna be like. Sorry, I'm looking around. I'm literally looking for a million makeup products right now. But yeah, you literally don't know what you're gonna run into. So I will say going in, I was kind of nervous because I was like, am I gonna like my team? Am I gonna like the work? Am I gonna feel comfortable there, make friends? Like all of those things were going through my mind. And it's always scary to leave a job in general. Like, you know, in my case, I actually decided to leave because I wanted to look for a new opportunity. So yeah, I was like, what if I'm leaving something good for something worse? Like I think I was definitely worried about that. After a couple of months of working here, I can really say like, wow, I definitely work with such an amazing team. I work with the smartest and most creative people ever. Like these people are actually so amazing. Just to give you a little bit of background about my career work, I don't know, people always ask me like what I actually do. So I'm in marketing, which funny enough, did not go to school for that. I think I also made a video on this a couple years ago. I didn't go to school for marketing. I went to school for political science, which literally was all in nonprofit government kind of stuff. Thought I was gonna be on an international relations track. Like I just had the whole plan figured out. And then I graduated and it was just like, no, like something in my spirit was like, I just don't feel like this is what I'm meant to do. And let me tell you, it was so scary because what do you mean I went to school for 4 years for something and I'm leaving and that's not what I'm getting a job in? And even scarier, I didn't leave school with a job, you know, secured, which I think was also scary for me. So I literally left with a degree that I didn't know if I wanted to use anymore. No job set up. Like when I tell you, that moment in my life was so scary, and I remember just feeling like, what am I gonna do? I just wasted all this time. I'm gonna disappoint myself, my family, like everyone who's ever believed in me. It was such a scary time. Like, oh my goodness, I don't even like to think about that time. And something about marketing, I honestly think it was this YouTube channel that made me consider marketing, because I just loved talking to the camera, talking to people, and all I could think is, how do I grow? How do I reach people or appeal to people? And obviously that's all about marketing. It's how you market yourself, what your brand is. I don't even know if I would consider myself having a brand. Maybe someone who's an adventurous person, a foodie, a traveler. Like that's, I think, the kind of brand that I put out on this channel. But yeah, all I could think was, maybe this is something you could get into. And I remember my senior year of school, I did a social justice magazine. So I made this magazine for my community. So I was an RA, and I remember having so much fun putting it together. Like the design part of it, the images, the stories that I was writing, how to make it appealing for people to read. I remember literally loving it so much, and it was just a side project. Like I remember doing it at 3 a.m, not getting paid for it. It was literally just a project that I decided to sign up for in my community, and ended up loving it so much. So I think when I was thinking of what to transition into, it was like, okay, maybe pick something that you actually enjoy doing. So I took a marketing course. It's actually called the Boyd Initiative. I'm gonna link it because people are always asking me like how I did the pivot. But it's this course that basically gets Black and brown graduates, you can also be in school I believe, but it can get you, or it basically aims to get you in the marketing field, get you those connections, internships, jobs. And it was such a cool course. The guy who runs it, his name is Steven. He is super smart, so amazing, has the best network ever. And yeah, he just really looked out for us. And in my cohort, we had a lot of different companies come in. I remember we had like Fox News. There was another one that came in. I don't remember all of them. It was a couple years ago now, but one of them that came in was actually the company I was at before, which is a television company. I remember hearing them speak about the work that they do, just the passion behind it, and all I could think was, this is exactly what I want to do. I was a broke post-grad student. I think I was making like $100 a week or something through some course that I had signed up for. Thank God for that, even, because I used to make that $100 stretch. Like when I tell you I was not going out, I wasn't doing anything. I was just literally living on basically nothing. So yeah, when I saw that job, I remember speaking to Steven, which is the guy who runs the program, and I was like, I want to work there. Can you connect me with this company? So he sent my resume to them. Eventually I was able to get a meeting with them, interviewed, and got the job. So it's crazy because they say, like, people who graduated before me would always tell me it really isn't as much about your major as much as it's about the connections you have, and that is so true. So if you're someone in school right now, maybe you just graduated or you're trying to do a career change, don't focus too much on the degree. I will say some fields it does matter. Like if you're a nursing student, it does matter if you have a science or nursing degree, I guess. But if you have a liberal arts degree, you can probably pivot based on whatever connections you have or whatever internship. Like there's some way you can break in without that degree, so don't focus on that too much. But yeah, I did that job for I think a little over 2 years, and I just felt like I needed something new. Yeah, like I was starting to feel a bit stagnant, just wanted a new opportunity, wanted to grow. So then it's funny how I even got this job, because one of my coworkers sent it to me, and she's like, oh my god, this job is perfect for you, it literally matches everything you're doing. And this company is a company I just never even imagined I would work for. This is a company I grew up literally reading their stuff. Their content full on influenced me my entire life, so there was no way I thought, oh, I'm gonna work here, like, ever. So when I interviewed, and everything just fell into place, like the way the interview process was so smooth and the way I vibed with the team, I'm just like, oh my god, I really think this is where I'm meant to be. And yeah, lo and behold, like it was such a smooth process, I ended up getting the job. So I've been here for a couple months now. It's amazing. I'm growing so much, I'm learning so much. I just really feel myself becoming more of a leader and just taking charge and trusting myself more, you know, not really having as much imposter syndrome. I mean, we're always gonna have that regardless, but I actually feel like I belong here, and I feel like I'm capable, I feel smart enough, and I feel like that all has to do with the kind of management you have as well, because the team that I'm with, I really feel like they do invest in my growth, and they truly, like, they make me feel welcome, they make me feel like I'm meant to be there, and yeah, they just really push me to grow. And yeah, lots of words, but yeah, honestly, job-wise, career-wise, I'm really happy with how things are going. I don't know what I want to do long-term. Like, if people were to ask me like, oh, what are you gonna do 5 years from now? I can't even tell you. Let's just hope I'm living and breathing in 5 years. I think that's what matters, and healthy. But yeah, right now where I'm at, I feel like life is going well. So that was a lot for one question. I feel like how is life exciting right now just encompass a lot of things. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the next question. Okay, the next question is kind of related to work, so I'm just gonna quickly answer it. Someone said, how's work-life balance? So I'm someone who just truly believes in making time for the things that you want to make time for. So obviously work is time consuming. I work 40 plus hours a week, somewhere around there. So it can be really hard sometimes, you know, like you don't want to hang out with friends, you don't want to do anything on your free time. That's not me though. Like I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna take a coffee, I'm gonna have a Celsius, I'm gonna do something to make time for people, to make time for the things I love, like YouTube. There are definitely many nights where it's like 2 a.m. and I have to go into the office the next day and I'm editing a video because I'm like, okay, this is important to me. I cannot let my 9 to 5 become my entire personality. But the thing is, it easily can become our entire lives, you know, if we let it, at least, because it truly does take up a good chunk of your week, and yeah, just your entire life in general. So yeah, I've just been very intentional with making time for friends. I will literally have a nice city day, I'll meet you for coffee, I'll go to the park, I'll go to the gym. I'll always make time for those things. And I guess work-life balance, it really does just come down to what is your deal breakers. Like for me, maybe I can't go out every week, but I'm gonna make sure I go to the gym X amount of times in the week. Or maybe I didn't get to hang out with my friends this weekend, but I'm gonna use this time to edit a video instead. Like I'm always trying to pick what is important to me in that time and moment, because you're not always gonna be 100%, especially after a long week of working. So picking and choosing what's important to me and prioritizing that and making time for that and not making excuses for myself which is very easy. I can do that. Sometimes I do, but for the most part, I really try to just stay on top of it, remember what makes me happy, that isn't paying me, like what is truly my passion, and that is pretty much how I try to balance everything. The camera was overheating, by the way, but I did use this Huda Beauty powder and the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder to set under my eyes. Okay, someone asked, what's a goal you're proud that you've accomplished so far this year? I think, of course, like I mentioned, getting the new job, starting to date again more intentionally, but also just keeping up with this YouTube channel. I think there are many times in the past 4 years plus that I've had this channel where I've kind of just wondered what I was really doing it for. I've just had these moments of imposter syndrome, like, you know, maybe I can't really, maybe my videos are not good, maybe this isn't for me. And I've had so many moments like that, but honestly, all it takes is like one comment for someone to be like, oh my god, love your content, or just sometimes not even that, sometimes even watching my old videos and seeing how far I've come. And I'm just like, no, you gotta keep going. I don't even know what I'm going for technically. Like, people ask me like, what's your main goal, your long-term goal with YouTube? And I can't even tell you that I have one. It's just that it literally feels like a part of me now. It feels like an extension of me, like just something that I wake up and do every week. And yeah, like I'm just so proud that I didn't let, you know, doubts or imposter syndrome or maybe getting burnt out, like maybe feeling like I'm not, just having all these thoughts. I'm glad I didn't let any of them stop me from doing this, because this is a creative outlet for me. This is something I truly love doing. Even the weeks where I'm just like, oh my god, I don't want to edit right now. I just want to lay in bed and do nothing, but let me just suck it up and get it done. Like all of those weeks and weeks or years even of just pushing out content, but not content just because, like content that I actually care about. I do not put out a video unless I truly love it or I'm proud of it. Like that is a rule for me. It's been a rule for me from day one. I'm just like, no, I have to like it. This has to be something I'm proud of. So every video you see is something I'm like, yeah, I spent hours on it. I really put a lot of labor and love into these videos. And I just love speaking to people. I love connecting with people. And I'm just so proud that I'm still doing this. Like years later, so many life changes and transitions and ups and downs and all of that, I've still maintained this channel. So that's something I'm really hoping I keep doing, God willing. Like I definitely don't ever want to get to a point where I feel like this is not for me anymore. I really hope to just be able to continue to do this, because it really does bring me a lot of joy. Yeah, like it's just so nice being able to watch my progress over time. So yeah, I'm really proud of that. And again, proud of all the other things I spoke about already, like getting a new job. Also the gym. I've really been consistent with the gym. I would say not even just this year, even last year, maybe even a little bit before that, but I've just been really trying to take care of my fitness, eating better, working out, even if it means taking a walk, even if it means going for a little jog or getting fresh air. Like I'm just really health conscious right now, but I still get to live my life. Like I'm someone who does like to try new foods, and I like to go out and explore, and I don't always want to keep a strict diet, but I think just, you know, being conscious about it in general, like maybe putting down a soda and choosing a sparkling water instead, or being like, hey, I didn't get protein in today, let me make a shake, like something like just being health conscious. Or I've been home all day, let me take a walk even though I worked from home today. So there's just a lot of, yeah, I've just been very health conscious, and I'm really proud of keeping that up, because it can be hard when you have a 9 to 5 to find time somewhere in there to also work out. So it's something I hope to keep doing. I think being able to move your body is a blessing in its own, and I never want to take that for granted. So yeah, I'm always trying to move my body. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of myself. I just feel like I'm doing all the things I told myself I would do this year and above that, and I'm just like, I'm giving myself the snaps right now. Okay, someone said top 3 locations on your travel bucket list. I like that question because we all know I like to travel. I need to stay home. Like, you're not gonna see a travel, I already said it in one of my past videos. Travel vlogs are on pause for a little bit because I'm like, wow, I need to just stay home and do nothing. So yeah, but in general, I love to travel. So I think for 2025, God willing, number 1 is Brazil. Number 1 is Brazil, because Brazil has been on my list for many years, same as Morocco, and this year, thank goodness I was able to go finally, and it wasn't just something I keep talking about. But Brazil is next on that list because it's just a place that I've always admired the culture. I think it's such, like, it just looks like the most beautiful culture. I love the Afro influence that you can see in Brazil too. Like, truly such a beautiful culture, and such amazing people, the Brazilians that I have met in my life. So I could just see myself having the best time there and just really immersing myself in their culture. So I think that's gonna be one of my major trips for 2025, I'm hoping. I mean, that's the goal. I haven't like fully planned anything for next year because, you know, let's just make it through this year. But yeah, just in general, like Brazil is number one, I would say. Number two, I think I really want to do south of France. I'm kind of hoping I could do that next summer as well if, you know, all plans go well. Because yeah, I just always found it to be such a beautiful place. And I've been to Paris, but that's obviously like city life. I want to get more of, you know, the slower vibe. Just, yeah, just be by the beach. It just seems like everything is a bit slower in the south of France. So yeah, someone who literally lives in one of the most fast-paced places in the entire world, I want to go somewhere where I can just chill and like relax and just get luxury, bougie vibes, like all of that. So yeah, I think south of France is number two. And then three, I would say, is Thailand. I don't know if I'm gonna do Thailand next year, but in general, it has been on my list for a very, very long time. Another place that looks like it has the most beautiful culture ever. Love their food. Literally, Thai food stan. Love their food so much, so I could see myself having an amazing time there as well. So yeah, I think those are gonna be the three that I focus on going to next year. If I could even get at least one of those places out of those three, that would be amazing. Okay, next two questions, I'm actually gonna combine them. It's, what is your favorite brand when it comes to makeup? And if you can use one makeup product for the rest of your life, what would it be? Give me 1 second right now. This product, hands down. Like, is it this product? I think it would be. Yeah, we're gonna stick to this. This is gonna be the product for now. It is this Yummy Skin tint from Danessa Myricks. I think the shade is 14. And this product is chef's kiss. Like, when I tell you, anytime I wear this product, I am getting stopped in the streets. People are asking, like, what are you wearing? Please tell me. I've had people literally like put it in their cart in front of me, like look it up on Sephora and drop it in the cart, as well as her blushes. Damn, maybe I should have said the blush. I don't know. Danessa Myricks in general, I guess it asked like, what is your favorite brand? Right now it's definitely been Danessa Myricks. Like, I just love the blushes, I love the skin tints, I love all of her products. They're just so skin friendly. They make your skin look healthy, but it still looks like your skin, but glowier and filtered. Like, I just love, love, love her products. And I think they're in a decent price range. Like, they're nothing that you're gonna spend an arm and a leg on, and they're very pigmented, so for the most part, a little bit goes a long way. I've also bought their shadow sticks, which those things will literally like shine in the night. Her products are insane. Like, I think she is so talented, and she seems like such a sweetheart too. And you can tell she really puts a lot of love into her product. And yeah, I am a huge, huge fan of her products. I think if you can buy anything from her line, if you had to pick any, I would say just pick all the ones that I bought. Honestly, pick the Yummy Skin Tint, definitely this. Also pick the blushes. This is the one I wear the most often. As you can see, the pan is literally visible now. This one is the Yummy Skin Blush and Dancing Queen, and it's very great for dark skin. So it's like a mauve-y blush, and it can be 8, 9, 10 hours after I put this on, and people are still asking me what blush I'm wearing. Without fail, always getting compliments on my blush, and it's always this one that I'm wearing. And yeah, I've also used this product. I'm literally doing like a Danessa Myricks haul now, which I've also used a lot of this. Literally, look, it's about to finish. But this is the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm. It's like a cream powder, I think. So I kind of use it just to spot conceal, like anytime I want to do like a really natural look, but I want to look a little bit more flawless or effortless or whatever you want to call it. So that's usually when I do that one. But yeah, I love all of her products. Buy it. Like, literally after this video, go order her stuff on Sephora because it is so good. Next question is, what are you most excited to do this fall? I am here for all the fall activities. First, fall shopping. So I'm actually excited because tomorrow I'm going to Woodbury, which if you're from New York, you probably know what this is or what this place is. It's an outlet mall that has some of the best stores you could think of, like the designer stores, the everyday ones that I use, like Aritzia, workout stuff. Like, every store you could think of is there, but the outlet version. And it's gonna be stuff that, it's not gonna be like things that people wouldn't want to wear. It's things that maybe were in the regular stores and then maybe the season has passed, so they just move it to Woodbury, but at a discounted price. So it is the best. It's like an hour and a half outside of the city. So my friends and I are gonna make like a day trip out of it and just shop. Like, buy everything from denim, jackets if I could find, sweaters, quality staples. I just love fall fashion. I love leather jackets. I love the boots. I love everything about fall. So I cannot wait to shop because my closet has just been so boring to me lately. and I need some spice in my life. I'm also excited for all of the fall activities, any festivals, pumpkin patches, apple picking, gardens where you could see the leaves. Like, I don't care what it is, invite me to all of them because I am so down. This is probably my favorite season next to spring. I just love fall and spring. I love that it's not too hot. It's also really beautiful. It's either the flowers or the leaves, and yeah, this is my favorite season in the city as well because New York is so beautiful in the fall. Like, it actually looks very picturesque. So yeah, I'm really excited for all the fall activities this year, and hopefully I get a lot of fall content too. I feel like from now to like Thanksgiving is what people really consider fall. So yeah, I'm gonna really try to, you know, vlog as many things as I can. Spray intermission. Also gonna add this on, because if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Okay, last question, which I'm gonna answer while this dries, is what is one thing you would tell your younger self? Love that question, because if I could tell my younger self anything, it's that everything will work out. And I know that sounds so cliche, but I can think back to so many times in my life, like whether it was when I was in middle school or high school or even college, where I was just thinking, this is the end of the world. Like, I'm never gonna get over this. I'm never gonna move on from this. Things will never get better. And that is far from the truth. Like, life truly does go on. I used to hear that term and be like, oh, like whatever. Adults will always say it, like life goes on. But life does go on. And you're either gonna move with it or it's gonna move without. Like, regardless, it's gonna move. So the best thing that I can teach myself is, you know, when things don't work out, whether that's getting rejected for a job, a relationship not working out, something, friendships, anything that doesn't work out in my life, I'm just like, you know, now I just take it with a grain of salt because I do believe there's always a bigger plan. Our stories are literally written, I always have to remind myself this, but our stories are written from the moment that we're born all the way to the day we die. And there's like, I just like to consider myself as a character in that story now. Of course, I make my own choices and decisions, and I can choose to be a good person and all of these things. But at the end of the day, things are gonna happen the way they're meant to happen. So you're gonna meet the people you're meant to meet. You're gonna marry the person you're meant to marry. You're gonna be friends with the people you're meant to be friends with, or even achieve the level of success you're meant to achieve. All of it is gonna work out, and usually better than you even imagine. So the way my motto with life right now is it will all work out. Like, things will get better. You'll be okay. It didn't work out, but that is totally fine. It just wasn't meant for you. And I think that is something I really needed to hear when I was younger, when I just felt like things wouldn't work out. Like, slightly off topic, but I remember even being insecure about my skin color, for example. Like, people would always make fun of me for having dark skin, and now it's one of the things I'm most confident about, or one of the traits about myself that I love the most. And would I have thought that when I was younger? No, but it truly does get better. My confidence was able to grow. I was able to find the true beauty in myself, and now I love my skin. That's just one example of the many things where I just didn't think it would work out or get better, and it did. And yeah, like, life, you know, God willing, we have a whole life ahead of us, and there's just so many things that we're gonna experience. There are so many people out there who we haven't met who are gonna love us one day. Like, there's just so much to look forward to. So yeah, things get better, things work out, everything will fall into place, and do not stress. No stress, no wahala, nothing. Okay, makeup is done. I think I answered all the questions. So now I'm gonna wash my hands because I have makeup all over it and get ready, and then come back on to do my outro. So be right back. So here is the final look. I decided to do a low slick down bun because I just didn't know what to do with my hair and didn't have time to do much to it. So I literally slicked this down like probably a couple minutes before I started my makeup, so I was praying that it would dry in time. But these are the earrings, by the way. I think I bought these for Renaissance tour. Honestly, I even forgot I had them. But the bag that I'm wearing today has silver hardware, so it didn't really make sense to wear gold jewelry. And the reason I'm even wearing red is because this outfit is obviously very neutral. So I got this dress over 3 years ago. I got it from my graduation photo shoot, and I can probably count on one hand how many times I've worn this, because it's one of those dresses that's kind of hard to wear in the summer because the material is thick and it's long sleeve. But then when it gets cold, you also can't wear it because then you'll be cold too. But I feel like I can only wear this in transition seasons like spring or fall, so I decided to bring this out so I don't have to wear a jacket today. And then I wanted to give a little pop of color, so I'm just gonna do this red bag, and I'm probably just gonna stick to the red theme and do red sneakers too. So this outfit is super casual. I didn't really feel like dressing up today. Like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even want to go to this party, but I already committed, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go. That is the final look. So hopefully you enjoyed this chit chat get ready with me. I hope I answered all your questions as best as I could. I don't know, sometimes I was kind of rambling per usual, but that is pretty much all the updates going on in my life right now. Not too much to complain about. always thankful and always blessed. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I post on Mondays at 3 p.m. So please put the bell notification on so you can know whenever I post. And also follow me on Instagram because that's where I ask people to drop questions to. So I usually post YouTube updates on there. So I'm gonna put it on the screen right now. But I hope you are enjoying the first week of fall. Lots of fall content to come very soon. And I will see you in the next video.